get into it, shall we? Oh Lord, my camera. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about some hot topics. We'll talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta later because I ain't watched it yet. Okay. But let's see who is in the chat. D Herfer is in the building. My girl D says, "Hey Shay, what up? What up, D? How you bees?" S White says, "Just a Jersey girl trying to be more." What? Trying to be more. Okay, so you moved to Baltimore. I love to play on words. Okay. Hello, all. Finally caught alive. It's been a minute. Hey, SY, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. So, y'all, when I did my live in the car, the yesterday actually, it was kind of going in and out, and we were talking about Monique Samuels coming to the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I didn't get a chance to talk about Rachel Zoe going to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So now that I'm on the internet here in my house, where we hopefully won't have no problems with service, we can talk about that. SY says, "Yes, girl. Yes, I'm so glad you made it." So let me go ahead and share my screen, y'all. I got a couple of things that I want to talk about. Now, for my hot topics segment, it doesn't really have to be about some stuff. I really want to name it what I found crazy on the internet. Okay. Because that's just really what we're going to be talking about in these segments where I come in and show y'all some things that I done found on the internet. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen real fast, like. All right. Hold on, y'all. Now, hopefully we don't have an issue like we did last time where we couldn't hear nothing. So we shall see. Let's see what the Guan. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me take my little thing down here. So here we are. Here we go. Monique Samuels set to return to RHOP for season 10. Okay. This was actually the original post that was put up about 9 weeks ago on April Fool's. Okay. Now I'm showing y'all this because they, tried to make it seem like it wasn't true that she was coming back. She's even in the comments 9 weeks ago with 875 likes saying, "You had me fooled too." So I'm like, unless you signed a contract a couple weeks after this and just had this big old change of mind, just 9 weeks ago, baby girl, you was saying that you wasn't doing this. So I am confusion. I am what we call confusion. But let's get into the one that says that she really is coming back. So this here was posted just a day ago. All right. Monique Samuels spotted filming for RHOP season 10. Y'all know in DC, Pride was here in DC last week. Okay. I don't know if it's for the whole month or whatever. I'm not sure, but I know Pride is being celebrated currently in DC. So she's there. You see Ashley right here. Let me know if y'all can hear the music. We also got to make sure that I don't get no damn copyright, but you can see Monique. That's Ashley. Stacy is over here. If y'all can see her or whatever, but let me know. Comment one in the chat if you can hear this. All right, let me know if y'all can hear that because I want to make sure that. Actually, let me see. I can see if I can hear it right now. Give me 1 second. They're not a commercial. Oh, let me see if it's something on the next one too. Oh yeah, so it shows here Stacy, Ashley, and there goes Monique. So it's giving this is a real thing. Unless she just up there hanging out with the girls. And I'm wondering why would she be hanging out with them if she's not going to come back? So I don't know. I didn't see anything on her actual page. Let me go back here, y'all, and see if I can hear this. I don't think it's playing. Oh, it is playing. Thank God. All right, there we go. So y'all, I guess we'll see if Monique is really going to be back on the Real Housewives of Potomac. But what are y'all thoughts on her coming back? I know I was my girl D said that she don't mind Monique coming back. I'm gonna say this. I couldn't really expound upon it. My internet kept going in and out, like I said, um, when I was on live yesterday. But listen, listen. I'm good with Monique coming back. I'm okay with her coming back on the show. Honestly, I believe that, I would love for her to come back on the show with Candace being there because I really would like them to get to the point where they can resolve their issues. And also, she about the only one that can put Miss Giselle in her place. And I don't mind Monique coming back long as Giselle don't bring Robin ass back. Because that right there is what we don't need. Okay. D said, I thought People Magazine confirmed her return. Yeah, they did too. They did. But it's like I'm looking on her page and I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna say it. But I honestly think Monique is coming back because you know, she had her best sales on her website with for her Mila Eve essential products. I think she got her best. She was able to promote her products better when she was actually on the show. But she's coming back as a friend. She's not even coming back full time. I would have loved for her to come back full time, honestly. D says, I like Monique and I hope she's getting a bag. I hope so too. But, child, she done told everybody about that little check so much. I don't know, child. The people might not be too excited, honey. Okay. They might not be too excited. Actually, D, I think I have the People magazine confirmation. Oh, let me go to, because y'all know it be so many things. I got to save all these posts. Let me see. Saved posts. Let's just see what we saved for y'all. I thought I had y'all remember this? This I believe was like last year or so when Katie Ross had posted, Mo, I'm your girl. I would never. And you totally understand that this is BS. I'm home. I hope to see you. And I would never have sex with Chris. I'm deeply sorry if me saying I flirted with him, which I did. Dude, you know me. This was last year sometime, well, 40 weeks ago, according to this post. What's going on with Katie? Katie also has been rumored to be pregnant. Katie, what in the final F is going on with you, girl? Girl. Child, crazy. Well, another person that is coming back to Bravo, okay, is Rachel Zoe. Okay, listen, I love me some Rachel Zoe. I loved me some Rachel Zoe. Okay, Rachel Zoe can design her tail off. That lady will be. She is known for having her hair like in a nice long curly swoop look. She gonna have on all the baggy clothes, okay? Even though she tries so hard to be skinny. I mean, I don't know if it's ever been confirmed if the lady had a problem with eating disorder or whatever, but she was very unhealthily skinny all the time, but she hid it very well under her clothing. I loved when she got pregnant because then she finally looked like a normal person. She gained some damn weight. I was like, goodness, girl, you look like you about to damn disappear in all them clothes. But um, she's coming back to Bravo. Okay. She actually confirms this on her Instagram. So she is officially coming back. She's coming to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I don't know what that's going to look like with Rachel on there. Oh, there was no sound. God damn it. This thing is getting on my nerves. Let me see if it'll have some sound now. Let me see, y'all. Hold on. We got to work out these kinks, child. Here we go. Can y'all hear it? Let me see if I can hear it. I'm on my YouTube too. It's not. It's not playing. Hold on, y'all. This is ridiculous. But anyway, she's coming back. But we need to be able to hear the volume for the next couple of clips I need to show y'all. So let me take this down and try to share it a different way. Technology be getting on my nerves. Here we go. All right, let me see if this works. I hope it is. She still going to treat her husband like her assistant child? Mm. I don't know, D. I think they divorced. Let's see. All right, we're gonna get
a line, or it makes sense, or I have enough to say to share with all of you, and now is the time. Really excited to be with all of you again, and I hope you are too. So let's have some.
Yep, it's playing.
Mwah. It's official. I am coming back to Bravo. I am joining the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's been a while, and you've been asking me to come back to television, and I said when the stars align, or it makes sense, or I have enough to say to share with all of you, and now is the time. Really excited to be with all of you again, and I hope you are too. So let's have some fun. Mwah.
All right, so there you go. Rachel Zoe is confirming that she will be back on Bravo. Okay, she will be a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. So, I saw this a while back. It says Rachel Zoe announces divorce from Roger Berman after 26 years of marriage. Why? I don't understand why she would divorce this man. This man loved her down, okay, through all of her perceived imperfections, okay? I used to love her show that she had on Bravo. She is a fashion genius, okay? I love her. Like, I love the things that she creates. But her husband, like Dee said, she did used to treat him like he was her damn assistant child, okay? But they must have gotten a divorce. And, this was reported about 38 weeks ago on Instagram. So I hope this isn't true. She didn't have a ring on in the video where she was confirming that she was going to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But, with Rachel, you never know. Her wedding ring could be like, it wasn't a fashion piece with what she had on, so she ain't do it. So I don't know. I don't know, child. But, good luck to her. I don't know what she about to be talking about on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Um, you know, hopefully she won't join the bandwagon of allowing Kyle to get away with whatever she wants to talk about and not really displaying her life. Maybe we'll learn why they got a divorce in the first place. But y'all, I want y'all to listen to this podcast these two guys did. And then we're going to follow up with something that Charlemagne said. She's no Law Roach. What happened? Hold on. What did he say? Who been asking her? Not me. He said ain't nobody been asking her to come back to Bravo. I would have loved her to come back with her show. Mishi Love says, no, not Roger. He loved him some Rachel. He did. He loved Rachel. Okay. But child, they is divorced, honey, according to that. D. Herfer says, did she love him down? I hope he got spousal support. She was very curt with him. Like she wasn't, I don't know. She's no LaRoche. Oh, see, listen. That's that fancy stuff and that I can't afford. See, that D know all these designers and stuff. I don't know nothing about that. Cause I ain't got it. That is Zendaya's stylist, LaRoche. Oh, okay. Got you. See, I wouldn't know nothing about that, okay? Because my stylist, okay, is, it could be Macy's sometimes, H&M, and if I feel like it, Express, that's my stylist, and it's me picking out the clothes, okay? But y'all, let's keep going. And I do frequent a Fashion Nova here and there. Don't play with it, okay? You just got to figure out your sizes with them, because sometimes you order a large and you need extra large. But when I realized that, I stopped ordering because it hurt my feelings. But moving on, listen to this. These guys doing a podcast that say that they do not love their wives. They're not in love with their wives. Let's listen.
You in love with your wife? No, me either.
What?
I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's okay. It's overrated.
No,
listen.
Then why?
Listen.
Okay.
See?
Y'all need to explain that shit to me now.
I had a feeling. No, I'm not in love with my wife.
Why?
I don't even know her. All my relationship with my wife is a relationship with myself. I'm just discovering parts of me, bro. Yeah. We're lying to ourselves so fucking much to hold up this story or this ideal, the fantasy without, as opposed to just really fucking dealing with what's there and accepting it to the best of your ability.
I understand this. Now, how do you get women to understand that? You get them to bow out of the fantasy.
You get them by you bowing out.
And my wife thinks she's in love with me, probably.
It's a buzzword. Yeah. It's a concept that's been propagated that we've adopted and creates an unrealistic expectation that we look for, and when it's not present, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah, we can't get off this subject. I gotta ask you a question.
Y'all,
you in love with your wife?
How do we dissect this? First of all, I feel so embarrassed for whoever their wives are. Okay, that's first and foremost. Secondly, why the fuck did you get married if you are not in love with this woman or you really ain't checking for your wife? Let me explain something. Men like this, just go ahead and fuck each other. That's what you need to do, because this is giving gay to me. All right, you want to be with a man. That's what you want to do, because these men that try to glaze over or make it like a norm to downplay love, a loving relationship, or being married, or having, feelings for their wives. Grow up. Like, seriously, men like this really get under my skin and piss me off. So y'all, let's listen to it again, and then we're going to listen to Charlemagne, which I found interesting because he basically says the total opposite of what these fools are talking about. So let me go back so we can come back here and y'all can see this from the beginning. All right, here we go.
I gotta ask you a question. Are you in love with your wife?
No,
me either.
What?
I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's
Okay.
it's overrated. Listen,
Then why?
listen.
Okay.
See,
Y'all need to explain that shit to me then.
I had a feeling. No, I'm not in love with my wife.
Why?
I don't even know her.
all my relationship with my wife is a relationship with myself. I'm just discovering parts of me, bro. We're lying to ourselves so fucking much
Yeah.
to hold up this story or this ideal,
The fantasy.
the fantasy, without, as opposed to just really fucking dealing with what's there and accepting it
Well,
to the best of your ability.
I understand this. Now, how do you get women to understand that? Right?
but-
Get them to bow out of the fantasy.
You get them to, by you bowing out.
Hey, my wife thinks she's in love with me, probably.
It's a buzzword. It's a concept that's been propagated that we've adopted and creates an unrealistic expectation that we look for, and when it's not present, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah, we can't.
These men are absolute disgusting clowns. I just can't. Some of the comments, y'all see me in the comments saying basically what I just said. And where we got, Queen Sheba commented, she said, I mean, are y'all surprised considering the source? Kofi from Pong Art says, it's all fun and games until your wife falls in love with someone who falls in love with her, period. Okay. King J. Barnett says, brothers, we need to start sitting with God more. It's evident that many men don't have a true understanding of revelation of love. Too many discussions with no real wisdom or insight. I feel you on that, brother. Okay. Dr. Tart says, I can guarantee none of these men go to church, have relationships with God, nor have relationship skills. Also, to go on a podcast and say this and not think about the impact on their marriage or wife shows how tone deaf and self-centered they are. I hope that episode for enough views to afford separation or divorce. Why shame your wife with your toxicity publicly? Sad. Lesson: don't be anything like these soon to be divorced husbands. I agree. I love the fact that there were men in this in the chat basically talking about this and confirming how ridiculous this is. This is the podcast brothers doing this. Podcast brothers, they have their own podcast, and this was just one of the topics that they were discussing. So, child, my light done went out. But y'all, let's listen to Charlemagne. I felt like I needed to hear something meaningful after this whole situation of listening to these fools. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug up my other light real fast. But let's listen to Charlemagne.
Way is way more fruitful. Bro. Man, it's funny to me when I hear people say, damn, bro, like, yo, you can't even, talk about how another girl looks. Yeah, I could. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm not about to be sitting on a podcast or on the radio lusting over another woman. You know how many years I embarrassed my wife doing shit like that?
Come on, bro.
Fuck your perception of Charlemagne.
Yes.
Leonard goes home
to this woman right here.
That's right.
If she feel any kind of way about it.
Come on, man.
Any kind of way.
Come on, man. Yo, brothers be having more loyalty to the men around them than they do the women. The woman that you go home to at night, sleep in the bed with, right? Like, this supposed to be your best friend. You're not going to give her that same respect. You're not going to show her the same integrity that you would do your homeboy. I listen and it just lets me know, like, oh, you don't have a wife.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't have a family.
Yes.
So you don't understand how having kids can change a person.
Right. Or you ain't a man. Or you ain't the king of the castle. Or you ain't the head. You not the head. You the tail. Right. I need to talk to head of household. So when I go to talking about how you need to uplift your woman and stand for your home and pour into your children, y'all don't get that because that's your woman job for y'all.
That's right.
Y'all pass that to the woman.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But as men, we got to start to uplift and say, nah, I'm pouring into the children.
Promise you the other way is way more fruitful. Bro. Man, it's funny to me when I hear people say, damn, bro, like, yo, you can't even, talk about how another girl looks.
So y'all see how an actual grown man can confidently speak about his wife. And this is a man that has obviously made mistakes in his past in his marriage. And he's doing the things that he wants to do, he needs to do to make sure that he's not out here embarrassing his wife. And it's not, first of all, for men to think, oh, it's not cool to respect my woman. I love the fact that Charlemagne is bringing up, I talk trash and about other women and all this stuff, and was saying all this stuff about other women, embarrassing my wife for years on the radio. I'm not doing that. That I learned that is not the way. It's okay to love your wife, and I'm going to love her out loud, basically. I loved hearing that. It's always good when you hear these obnoxious men talking shit, don't know what the hell they talking about. We gotta stop leaning on, or men, I wish men would stop looking at those podcasts and making that their thing. Like that's, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and justify me being an asshole because these dudes got a popular podcast and they saying it. Well, Charlemagne is on the Breakfast Club and he's saying this. So I love when there is a person of more appeal that's creating a more positive outlook on things such as marriage. Marriage is a good thing. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing for sure. And I believe that. So let me see what y'all are saying. D says, what is he even talking about? Why do these self-hating ninjas have a platform? D, you are, you speaking my language, okay? Mishi Love says, this is what happens when you don't have enough people in your life to tell you to shut the up, period, and that you sound stupid. You get used to running your mouth and think everything that spills out is profound. Exactly. These men are trash, bro, okay? D. Herford says, married men live longer, and they do. They absolutely do, because they have a life companion that's there and cares about them living. D. Herford says, I'm glad to hear Charlemagne say something decent because I can't stand him. Now, you know what? I got to be with you on that one. Charlemagne, he does say things for shock value, but I'm glad that he at least, kept it cute with this one. So let's talk about, now this is something that some people may be a little uncomfortable about, but I feel like it's something that needs to be discussed. We're going to talk about two things that I found interesting basically includes transgenders. Okay, so let's look at this first.
Kylie Jenner, right? Mm-hmm. With you.
Yes, and he was.
Well,
there you go.
Okay, well, there's music in the background of that, so we gotta chop that up. Basically, this is Mia Isabella. Apparently, it's being alleged that Tyga and Kylie broke up because he was cheating with this transgender woman. Okay.
Discriminate against my friend because we're friends, blah, blah, blah. I made it easy for him. But apparently he had already lied and said he didn't know me to whoever he was dealing with. But his attorneys and my attorneys knew the truth.
Tyga was cheating on Kylie.
Okay, we got the music.
Yes, and he was.
And
there you go. Today I said it.
Did you?
Okay.
They were trying to buy me. Okay. And I wouldn't agree to anything. I didn't want any money from him. I just wanted him to tell the truth so I could.
Okay, so she said that he was trying to pay her off or whatever. Here's my thing about transgender women, okay? The fact that you want to out somebody so bad, and then in the community, oftentimes you get upset when you get hurt. Now, it is never warranted to hurt somebody, right? But also men, if you're going to deal with these transgender individuals, please know that your business can get out there. It's not their responsibility to hide it. They have feelings too. If you are knowingly in a relationship with this person. Now, I don't know if he was made aware that this individual is transgendered or whatever. And also, I get confused when people say transgender, because really, if you haven't changed your parts, are you really have you really transitioned, or are you just dressing as a woman, but you don't really have, you'll never really be. Here's the thing, and I don't want this to sound bad, but this is just the truth. We have to, as a people, start to learn to nurture, whether this is a mental health issue or identity crisis issue, or what. Because at the end of the day, I know when I was growing up and I got my cycle and I had to ask my friends to look at the back of my pants to make sure it wasn't red. Yeah, I didn't have a choice. I'm a woman through and through. And a woman makeup and dresses does not make you. Okay? So I want y'all to keep that in mind when we watch this next clip with T.S. Madison, because there is this. Listen, let me say this. I don't mind anyone being who they want to be. You know what I mean? We live in a free world where everybody can be who they want to be. But I do have a problem as a natural born woman. I'm not cis, gender, nothing. I am a Black woman. Okay. And just because I can have children isn't what just designates me as a woman from you. It is the biggest thing, but I am a female. Okay. When a person that was born a male starts to dress as a woman, that doesn't make you a full-blown woman. I don't subscribe to people walking around saying, no, I'm a woman. No, you are a transgendered woman. I feel like we got to stop leaving that out. Got to stop leaving that part out. But as far as this situation with Tyga, I just feel like, this person, did you really care about him? Because it seems like you just wanted to out the man. And my thing is, if you're a transgender person and you feel like you're a woman or whatever, and all that, why do you need to tell people, hey, look, we had relations? It's crazy. Let's see. What did y'all say? Why not take the check? Unless they just wanted to use Tyga for clout to make even more money. Child. Look. I don't know what this person was doing, but my thing is, why does it keep taking the comment down and I didn't take it down? I just feel like, why do we gotta out people? If you care about this person, you're in a relationship with them and they didn't make it public, why are you making it public? Just if you don't like the fact that the person is trying to keep you as their little secret, don't even mess with them. And that's another thing. You got to take responsibility for that too. Transgender women, just like women in general, have to take responsibility for when a man isn't showing you who they are and they ain't trying to be in no relationship with you. They acting like they don't love you. Actions speak louder than words. So we got to learn to leave that man alone. He ain't for us. So y'all got to do the same thing. If this man is not putting you out there publicly and you don't appreciate that, then you got to let him go. And it doesn't mean we out here exploiting people. D. Herford says, I think people are born that way. I don't think it's a mental health crisis or identity crisis for their perspective because they know who they are. Yeah, we all have different perspectives where it comes to that. For me, when you are born into this world, your mind knows nothing. I think everything is learned behavior until we get to a point where we can start making choices. That's just my opinion. I'm not knocking anybody else for their opinion, but for me, when you turn yourself over to a reprobate mind like that, then you make those choices on your own. I don't think a baby knows its left from its right when it's born, but that's just my opinion. That don't mean it's law. That don't mean it's law. So let's listen to T.S. Madison, okay? And again, I have no problem with transgendered individuals. I just have a different opinion as to how we should designate who's a woman and who's not.
Do you only know gay men?
Well, I don't date gay men.
Well, Okay, well, I, when you guys be saying that, that's weird.
Why?
Because what do you mean you don't date gay men? Because if he is sleeping with you and sleeping with a woman, he's something.
Well, he's not gay.
What is he?
He's definitely not gay.
He's bi?
Listen, because if a man come in here and he looks at me and you.
Yeah. What is he?
Well, he likes women.
Yeah, because he doesn't know.
Well, and if he does know, he likes women.
Okay.
Now,
but what is he?
Well, that would possibly, it's a possibility.
He's bisexual?
He could be bi or he could be pan.
Okay, guys.
A lot of men are a lot of men are pan, but they don't say anything. Like
I don't want to run into them. I don't want to date him.
Nene, if you've dated
I need you to
Nene, if you've
Hello
dated
Kitty all the time.
If you've dated men,
yes.
If you've dated men, there's a possibility in your life that
he's been with a man.
He's been with something.
What do you mean he's been with something?
He's been outside. I mean, here's the thing. I know that women consider trans women men because we were born male. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between being man and male.
I get it. But you have your part.
That's correct.
So he can love you and think you're so beautiful, and I want to sleep with you.
There are men who deal with me that won't touch my parts. Anytime you see.
But does he know it's there?
Yeah, he knows it's there. I'm not hiding it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
I mean, that
wouldn't
make any sense.
Well, I've had gentlemen to tell me, "Hey, put a pillow over that," and I'm like, "Well, you're not the nigga for me. You don't have to touch it and deal with it, but I'm not hiding shit from you."
So, okay, wait a minute. We gotta go back and figure this out.
Yeah.
So the man.
Now we talking.
Yeah. So the man gonna be sleeping with me and you. I don't want to talk to him no more.
You don't.
Why the hell you going to sleep with me then going to sleep with you for?
Men like variety.
Oh please, I don't want him.
Well, shit. I mean, hey, but it's happening.
I'm over it.
But these things, this is what women.
That's why I'm not even dating. I mean, do you?
And see, here's the thing. I want people to pay attention to this. You cannot take away people's choices. So I get what T.S. Madison is trying to say, but at the end of the day, if a man is telling you to put a pillow over your parts, that means he's looking at you because he sees a female from your look. That's what he's attracted to. But you have that's not a woman. So he wants to be with a woman. So I don't know why a person would continue in a relationship like that if you don't want to see the parts that she, truly has, right? That's a bit confusing to me. But also the fact that she's trying to convince Nene that a man wanting to date her and Nene is like the same thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nene has a warm, liquidated space that was biologically given to her to be like that for a man and a woman to have relations, right? You have a spot that is created for exit only, but we using it for other stuff, and they got to get lubed up to get the move going. You get what, like that is mind-boggling to me that someone would think that if a man wanted to date, comes in a room to see her and Nene, that it's like the same thing. It's not. And then additionally, I feel robbed of my choice as a woman because I don't want to be with somebody that has been with somebody that has a male part. I don't care what this world is telling y'all is okay. I don't want to be with that because that makes me think if you like, okay, then you now I got to worry about not only you cheating on me with another woman, but now I got to be worrying about if you looking at your homeboys and y'all circle jerking. No, ma'am, Pam, you can keep it. But I mean, I know it's a controversial topic and a lot of people don't want to talk about this type of stuff, but I just found this to be very, very weird. And I really thought it was interesting that, and I love the fact that Nene actually asked the hard questions. Like she really dived in and she was true to her feelings. I didn't watch this whole podcast, but I love that Nene said, no, I don't want him. I don't want a man that is like that. And I think that a lot of women are, we are scrutinized if we are honest about that. And it's like, if you want to tell your truth, I should be able to tell mine, and I shouldn't be judged for it. You don't want to be judged for the things that you say. So it's okay for us to agree to disagree. Nobody has to come to one side. Let's look at some of the comments. The person that posted says, I mean, as long as no one's cheating, why care? This why men be lying now. This why men be lying now and be on the DL. Well, listen, if you lying and you on the DL, I don't want you. I don't want nobody like that. Schnells says, I'm with Nene with this because, Let's look at some of these responses. What is she saying? At the end of the day, men will F anyone with a hole and just won't tell you. Also, listen to what she said. She's had men who said put a pillow over that because they still find her attractive and still consider themselves hetero. What he will do is have S with her in the BUTT if she chooses. But like she said, that's not for her. Now that's a light bulb moment. You and I can be straight hetero women, but that doesn't mean any of the guys you or I have dated in the past haven't explored. He will take that to the grave unless you are like this as well. So wait a minute. She says she's not letting nobody put it in the bum butt. So how are y'all doing that? I don't know. I don't know. Someone else says, if you find out she has a banana and you still eat the fruit, you like bananas, period. That's my opinion. Someone else says, 2 men with a eggplant is not the same as a man and a woman. And I don't care how dolled up the eggplant is. So y'all, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I know it's a controversial topic. And a lot of people kind of shy away from it, but you know, it's okay to be honest. So let's go to something a little lighter. A little bit lighter. Clarissa Shields is explaining in this video how her and Layla Ali fell out. So her and Layla Ali used to be really close. And, you know, I thought that they would be seen together more too, because with both of them being world champions in the female era, I would have thought that Layla Ali would be, you know, more present around Clarissa Shields now. But let's go back and let's hear her talk about how their relationship broke down.
This one hurt me, man. What happened with you and Layla? Oh. I knew y'all had history, but I had forgot all the history y'all had. You said at one point in time you had Layla's number in your phone as Big Sis Layla. Yep. How did we go from that to here?
I won a world championship at 168, super middleweight.
Okay.
She was champ there. And then people started making comparisons. That's when like the texts and the good luck stuff from Layla stopped.
Really?
I know a mutual friend was at one of her fight parties that she threw for when I was fighting, because we was cool like that. She threw a fight party. She had a fight party at her house for me. And once I won the fight at super middleweight, I think in the interview, they asked me, you know, Clarissa, so what did it say? I'm like, this proves that I'm the best woman fighter in the world, you know? And I think that that may have rubbed her the wrong way. And I think from what I heard, people that was at her party was like, oh, Layla, she'll give you a run for your money. And I feel like she felt some type of way about that. Do I still want to fight you? Yes. But do I love you? Yes. And do I think that you did a lot for women's boxing and for me? Yes. So it can be reconciled if you wanted to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But I don't have any, like, I don't wish bad on you, and I wish you and your family well. And if you ever want to fight, it's still on the table. You know, even spar, you know. But I don't think that we have to go in life, you know, hating each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't hate her.
This one hurt me, man. What happened with you and Layla?
Now, Clarissa, baby, why the let me find out how old Layla Ali is before I say anything. Okay. Layla Ali is 47 years old. Okay. 47 years old. Clarissa Shields just turned 30. Layla, don't do no Mike Tyson stuff where you coming back in the ring and you know, no. Leave that alone. Let it go. Ain't nobody trying to be damn near 50 hopping in no ring to fight no damn body. Okay. That's first and foremost. Secondly, Clarissa, secondly, Layla, it's okay for her to say that she's the best and this, that, and the third. She wants to hype herself up. That don't got nothing to do with you. You can think you the best. You are Muhammad Ali's daughter. So I know y'all be talking trash. Nobody should ever, it wouldn't ruffle my feathers if somebody said they were better than me. It wouldn't ruffle my feathers at all. But Clarissa, I feel like there has to be more to this, because I don't really see as much trash as Layla Ali talked before. And, you know, she's a product of her daddy that was famous for all the trash that he talked. I don't think I could see this woman having a problem with her saying she's the best. Like, she don't have to sit up here and cower under you and say, yeah, I'm good, but not as good as Layla Ali. I'm not walking around saying that if I was her. I don't know, child. But, you know, more power to them. I hope they can come back together. D says, wait a minute. D said, I don't believe Clarissa. Why you don't believe her, D? Behind me, she loves says, behind every public beef between two women is a messy man. Child. You ain't never lied, Misha Love. You ain't never lied, okay? But let's get into it. Clarissa was looking a little rough back in the day, honey. Looking a little butch, a little rough. This I say because I just thought it was funny.
Son is asleep on my sofa. You don't believe me, huh? Okay, come with me, but be very, very quiet.
This is her saying Bobby Brown was on her. And look at her son. Her son walking out. He'll be in the front. Look at her son walking out. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that has got to be the sickest fucking shit on the planet. Miami, here I come. 'Cause I'm over this shit.
Girl, I know this old y'all, but why she do that? My girl Lee is in the chat. What's up, Lee? Lee says, hey, Shay in chat. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining us, Lee. Miss B, that's me, says Clarissa Shields talks too much and not about her boxing anymore. Yeah, she's too involved. She's too involved in stuff that she should not be involved in at this point. Mishi Love says, those couch naps always mess me up. Child, listen. I have one of them little love sack things in my office, the bean bag. Child, I sit in that thing and I fall asleep, okay, every time. D. Herford says she was the best in the business and that cheap furniture, how dreadful. Right. She must have did good enough job to get him to sleep, but not for him to buy her another couch, okay? But not with your baby tiptoeing. That means your son knew about your escapades and he just knew how to react to your various I don't know what to call them, your various partners that you have, and you bringing them to your house. It seems that is disgusting. So the comments really had me going. Somebody said Whitney divorced Bobby after she seen this. Did she though? Because that wasn't thick Bobby. This was that was smaller, thinner Bobby. Nope, Robin was her assistant. They did nothing during Whitney's marriage because Whitney loved Bobby. She said Whitney gave her a Bible and cut her off at 15, not longtime lover. They were friends. Oh, what was, I missed what was going on there. Somebody else says, imagine your mom bringing every rapper home from 106 and Park. Child, not everybody from 106 and Park. Clientele, D, that's a good word to use. Yes, love it. Somebody else says the son is a trained tiptoeer. Yeah, he looked like it. That was the purpose. What was the purpose of exposing him? Child, I don't know. Somebody else says not a flex when your son is around different dudes all the time. I guess that's what they meant to say. And last but not least, somebody said now she done changed her name and trying to live the vegan life after all the meat she consumed. Baby, not all the meat she consumed, honey. Ooh, child. A mess. I would love to interview her son. I meant to show y'all this earlier. This is the Four Homes comment, but before we talked about Monique. But let's look at this. Now, this woman here, y'all, she basically says this is the woman that Shine went to jail for pow-powing, okay? D, why you laughing? D laughing. Now D got me over here laughing. So this lady apparently is who Shine, pow back in the day. She came out later saying that he never did it. And it was P. Diddy, right? But now she's seen on here admitting that, okay, he didn't do it. Diddy did it. But now he out here being a politician. He fake or whatever. And he is, I feel like him and she basically says she feels like he's a fraud and him and P. Diddy over there doing something, tragic with the children, like shoveling them through there or whatever. Or women, period. I'm like, baby girl, why are you so involved, honey? He served his time. You told the truth later. Why isn't she in trouble for lying? Let's listen to this from the beginning, child, because I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about homegirl, because this just seemed like she need to move on with her life. I don't understand what's going on.
Say something about Shine too, because I said on my TikTok, Shine did not shoot me because he didn't. But Shine is a con artist. Let me just put that right out here now. Everybody's like, oh, we know Shine was innocent. No, you don't know a daggone thing because he's far from innocent. I sat back and I watched Shine's ascension. When he got deported, first he was in jail, then he got deported. He became a community activist in the community. I was proud of him. I was like, wow, he's turning his life around. I'm proud of him. Time and distance will give you the ability to make yourself anew. So I was watching him. I was very proud of him. But now that you've gotten to this place where you are the head of the opposition party and you want to ascend to prime minister of Belize, your home country where you were deported to, but when you got deported back and you started interacting with Puffy, the prime minister, the party that was in power put a rule of law in that said if you were convicted of a crime anywhere in the world, you could never be the prime minister in Belize. So now he's going to jockey off of me saying Shine didn't shoot me to try to leverage himself to get that prime minister seat because your homeboy keeps sending his little plane over there to Belize. I don't know what y'all doing. You know, the RICO say moving bodies of females and stuff ain't my business. We're going to let the RICO charge handle that. But whatever you into, you want that access to power, and he wants you to have that access to power so he can move those human bodies through your island and whatever other packages is on that plane. That's not my concern. I'm going to sit back like a spectator and watch until it plays itself out. But you want to use, oh, you see, the woman said I didn't shoot her. Did you hear the ting? Come on. When you on Drink Champs, you be like, yo, I'm saying no, because you know people said I sound like Big. And then when local news media in Belize, you're like, I don't know what these people are discussing. The people want to take me down and I'm the... Cut the shenanigans. You ain't nothing but a penny Annie shyster, a shady car salesman. You ain't nothing but a dressed up fraud. Let me just say something about Shine too.
Baby, why do you care, honey? I just do you live in Belize where he at? I don't, huh? I'm confused. Why do you care, girl? Why do you care? And I heard her, y'all heard her say, I said on TikTok that he didn't pow me. Now, mind you, Sean went to jail way before TikTok came out. So when did you admit that he didn't do that to you? Did you admit it during the case? I got to look this up and see. But I'm wondering, why do you care so much, girl? What how does this affect your life? Mishi Love says, I thought she was saying her from day one. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that where she was saying that. Because if that's the case and she was the one that got pow, I would think that Diddy would have went to jail from the beginning. But child, the way this world go and crime, child, please. People get away with worse. D. Herfer says, well, he's in the right profession, a politician, if he's a con artist, according to her. Well, there's that. Mishi Love says, I like that she is speaking out. Put eyes on these politicians. Yeah, we know all these politicians are trash, girl. We know that. She ain't got to be nosy for us to hear that. But I'm just wondering, like, child, Miss B, that's me, says she's lying. Girl, I don't know what this lady's gripe is. D. Herfer says the only thing they've been able to prove after 19 days is the diddler is the freakiest of freaks. Well, it's considered RICO, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because he is using company assets to do these things, and he's transporting people. He's having people travel different places to do this stuff. Okay, that's you can't do that. You can't be flying people out, getting flued. That is a whole different definition of getting flued out. And then you're holding people at their will, against their will in certain instances, or you're manipulating people where they are pretty much there because they don't want. If it's like a quid pro quo, Clarice, you don't have your job anymore. You can't do you. You won't have a job anymore if you don't do this. Now, if I'm a single mother and I have this my job, I can't go find another job real fast, and I'm getting paid well. I'm making decisions off of my livelihood. I don't want to be doing this, but I'm doing it because you're giving me these types of ultimatums, but you're making me do things that are illegal. That's not cute or okay. So that's what makes it illegal. D. Herfer says cheating, so now she won't let him be reformed and do better. Right, child, that's what I was saying. These are all speculations that he's doing something negative over there and helping the diddler. She don't have any proof. Mishi Love says she cares because he did a bid for cash over her getting pew-pewed in the face. I'd be mad too. Yeah, child. I would have been more of an advocate for making Diddy go to jail for it. Iverson Money says, I remember hearing then Shine didn't do it. Really? Now I got to look into this. And he had that girl travel and bring up bingo. I forgot about that, Lee. Yes. People were traveling and bringing him the DURGs. Okay. So yeah, ain't nothing cute about none of this stuff that this man is doing, okay? Ain't nothing cute about it. Y'all, listen, if you want good coverage of the court cases, I'm telling you, I get a key and a cackle from Armand Wiggins. He's him reporting all this stuff. And Mims, they do a really, really good job. If I have to say who I think is amazing, Armand does a really good job. Like I just love the way he says Diddy. It is so funny to me, but anyway, shout out to them for doing all the things for the the trial for the Diddy trial. D. Herfer says, that's what they say, but from what I've been listening to, the prosecution is not proving its case. I'm in and out of listening to the trial. All this, and Agent Orange will pardon him, allegedly. Yeah. Child, you just never know with these fools. But I wanted to talk about this. This will be the last story we talk about, and then I'll come back later. And we'll talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So y'all know Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew, has been having this silent little back and forth beef previously with Ming Lee. She looked like a damn cat to me. I don't know what the hell is going on with. I don't know what she done upchucked and stuck in her face, but girl, I don't like it. But anyway, she is having a conversation with Ty about her relationship with Drew. She don't like how much they was talking on the phone. Apparently, they was talking on the phone for 3,000 minutes, which equates to 50 hours. First of all, how the hell do you know that she was talking to her for 3,000 minutes? And why are you with her if you don't trust her? And she sounds slow. And first of all, don't think you slick. I saw you, Ming Lee, in the background of some videos when they were filming for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You must have took your tail over the basketball wives because you couldn't get in when you thought you was going to fit in on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You didn't even make it as a friend. It's given very Brit Edie. That's what she's given. But y'all, let's get into this childish ass conversation that she's over here having with Ty Young. And Ty, girl,
communicating with Drew Sidor, somebody that you said you wasn't talking to. And if you want to talk to her, go be with her and leave me alone.
You say I have nothing to talk to
And I had
Drew
nothing
about.
to talk
I have
to.
nothing
We had nothing to
say.
talk about. I'm not cheating.
Yes, you are. Having an emotional relationship with somebody is cheating.
I wasn't in an emotional relationship.
I got receipts from your phone records. You talking to somebody for 3,000 minutes? Hey, Siri.
Siri sleep.
How many hours is 3,000 minutes?
All right.
50 hours. 50 hours? You was doing it every single month. What were y'all talking about? You have the floor.
I never was trying to be with nobody else.
Phone record says differently.
My phone record said I was on the phone.
Your phone record says you was on the phone for 3,000 minutes every single bill cycle.
I haven't had sex with
Talking
nobody
about
since
what?
I met you. Many things being that lady was having an emotional relationship. It was not an emotional relationship.
Okay.
There's no romance. There's no dating. I'm just trying to be a listening ear to my friend that's going through something.
No.
You did things that hurt me, whether you believe it or not, right? You lied about your friend who says, let's go on vacation, get drunk, horny, have sex. Me keeps going on about me cheating because I was on the phone, but I found out she was texting a guy. The guy's like, let's go on vacation and, do the 1-2. And she's like, oh, this just my friend. We just cool.
I never lied.
You did lie.
You.
You said you had your own room. You wasn't staying with him. And then later, weeks later, you told me you stayed with him.
Mm-hmm.
So you lied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's cheating? Do we really want to be together and make it work? Or you just want to be about games?
She wouldn't stop.
Child. Listen. It's so many things to unpack here, okay? First of all, Ty, why do you keep on messing with these women that are straight? I don't get it where women, I can't feel sorry for Ty Young because you keep on messing with women that look at you as, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And she's, I love her. I love how butch she is. Oh my gosh, she's so attractive. But she's like, a girl boy. And I just want to try it out. But these women end up going back to men. Why? Clearly, she's sitting here giving you the Dougie, all the business over you and Drew. But y'all close out the conversation with her going and fooling with some man. What type of shit are y'all on? My friend is in the building, Don Unfiltered. He's here. He says, hey, friend, what's up? What's up, Chef Don? How you bees? He says, yeah, I'm annoyed by them too. Absolutely. 1,000%. Okay. But yeah, mean girl, it's giving you need attention. You are doing all the things to try to get some attention, sis. And it's not giving all that you thought it was supposed to have gave. It is not giving all that you thought it was supposed to have gave. Girl, Ty, leave these hetero confused women alone. Okay? You are going to experience heartbreak every single time when you do that. Every single time. Just leave them alone. I feel like I played that clip too long, y'all, because the last time I did a Hot Topics, I made no money off of it. So I'm feeling like these clips, I'm gonna have to minimize them, because I think it's playing too much. I think it's getting those copyright infringements. But anyway, this is the last thing that we are going to talk about. Okay. Britt Edie, we talked about it yesterday, but like I said, my phone was messing up. Britt is not attending the reunion because she is suing Bravo. Okay. These are all the women that actually attended the reunion. Kenya wasn't even there either. Like I said yesterday, y'all, I feel like this reunion is about to be too long for no reason. If anything, they should have done, because ain't shit go on this season. Let's keep it a buck. I feel like they should have done the reunion 2 episodes, and then the 3rd episode needs to be Andy having a conversation with Kenya. I think she deserves that. 1000%. She deserves that. Because if it's true that wasn't her, I mean, that wasn't Britt in that picture, and y'all did all of that, that's crazy. Here's some stuff the people were saying. Maybe there's a scheduling overlap, so she couldn't make it. Child, not selling cat. Bravo chose Britt over Kenya and treated Kenya like she was trash and kicked her off the show, only for the one they chose to flop all season and not show up to the reunion. Karma. And Bristol, not Bristol, takes RHOA out of her bio. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's because she was suing them. Real ones don't run. Child. Well, this one sued Bravo too, honey. So I don't know. Britt Edie really let the audience and girls trick her out her peach. She wasn't getting no peach next season anyway. So I don't even know why y'all about to play with this girl. Britt Edie really let the audience and girls trick her out of her peach. Plenty of housewives been ostracized and had to answer to their fuck-ups. She easily could have owned her SHI and kept it pushing, okay? Britt really skipped the reunion. She officially a 1-season wonder. A chop. And there's that. Oh, and I love Kempire. Kempire says all of that for Britt not to show up. That's the first 6 episodes of the season. 2-part reunion. Goodbye, Britt Easy. In my Ken Vanderpump voice. When he said goodbye, Kyle. Yes, I said easy instead of eating. Just want to take the time to thank Britt Edie. Thank you so much for wasting everyone's time this season. You're such a lame duck, flop-ass housewife. Worse than Mia. Worse than Kim Fields. And can't wait to see your husband's Grindr profile. What? Oh my God. The internet dragged homegirl all the way by her edges. Okay. I thought I had something that talked about the lawsuit, but I do not. But that's it, y'all. That's all I got. I don't have anything else to share. But yes, that's what we're going to do. It ain't got to be hot topics. It's going to just be me talking about what I want to talk about. Okay, that's what we about to be doing over here. And if you like it, I love it. All right. If you like it, I love it. But thank y'all so much for watching. Come back later and stay tuned because I will be doing my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'll probably, y'all know I teach my step class on Mondays. So I'll probably be home, child, because you know they don't like to leave me. They like to hang out all night. But I digress. I'll get my tail back here so I can get back on here and do the review for y'all. So I'm about to watch it real fast before I have to take my tail to class. So thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to go ahead and like, comment down below on any of the topics that we shared today, and share this video with others. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.